is my grandmother, or Grammie as I call her. I think she was 82 there. It was a while ago now, but this week, Grammie is turning 90 years old. So we're doing like a family party, big deal thing this weekend, but I thought I would go spend the day with her today, just one-on-one, and pick her brain a little bit. I just feel like 90 years old, you have to have like a significantly different perspective on life at that point. So Grammie's gonna be a YouTube star. Let's go meet her. No, I did not get another new car. My car's in the shop, so it's like a rental from the dealer.
My name is Jacqueline Storty, better known as Jackie. I was born on January 21st, 1933, and I'm going to be 90 years old. I was brought up by many different people, a grandmother, a couple of different aunts, even strangers, what you'd interpret as strangers because they weren't part of the family. My mother worked as a waitress and, to be truthful with you, was really not into taking care of children. She was never mean to me or anything like that, but I would live with somebody for a year or two and then I'd move on to somebody else because that was all I could handle, and I would move on to somebody else. But I mean, that was what I grew up, so I didn't know any different.
What is your like best chapter of your life?
After I got married and started having children, I was always happy having children. And then when Bunny and I got together, my second husband, Bunny and I did a lot of traveling, and that's one of my nicest memories. That and square dancing. We used to go every week and we had a great time. I was happy with my day-to-day life that I had, and never thought about changing anything.
No real regrets?
No, definitely not.
What do you think about like our generation, a lot of people not having kids?
I can't imagine what they're missing, really. But I don't think you should have them if you don't really want them.
Would you say that's one of your like proudest accomplishments in your life?
Yes, I'm very proud of my family. I mean, a lot of people say that, but if you stop and think about it, I have 6 children and 12 grandchildren. Every one of them is a hard worker. I can't believe you can get out of 18 people that type of constant people, you know. I have nobody that's lazy or brutal or, and I don't pat myself on the back. Maybe we did some of it by example, I don't know. It wasn't intentional. I'm very proud of my children and the people they've brought into my life also. I haven't done all this alone.
So your happiest kind of chapter in your life was definitely being a mom. What about, did you have like a most difficult chapter of your life?
Yes, when my marriage fell apart. I can remember being in the neighborhood when I was divorced. Back then that was very difficult, yeah. But I was able to overcome it, and we've all stayed very good friends. A lot of people are quite surprised at how close in a way, I guess you could say, I stayed with my ex-husband, how much I like his wife, but that's better than being upset or not liking somebody, because she's a very nice woman to like.
What do you think about, can you be in love multiple times, or does everybody have their one soulmate?
I don't believe in the one soulmate. I think you love differently. You know, you may love one person one way, and I don't know. I just feel every part of your life is different. Even now, the fellow that I am in love with but not married to, his life has changed. He's not as healthy as it would be nice to have him be, but That's life. That's the way it is. That expression, that's life, I think has a lot to say. Because just because 20 years ago I did this every day doesn't mean I'm going to be doing the same thing 5, 10 years down the road either.
Yeah, like life changes.
It really does. Totally does.
I feel like that, like it just to have those different chapters of my life where I'm like a completely different person now than I was then.
Yeah, and your life has been an up and down affair, really.
Okay, this isn't about me, Grammie.
It'd be more interesting.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
I could think of something.
You can. Tell me.
How about that time you went skydiving?
Yeah, see, I didn't think anything of that. Because I have a granddaughter who was skydiving. That was a great time. It was great. I was with two granddaughters, and there are times when I wish I could do it again. I just don't have the energy to do it now, the body to do it. But that was fun. Yeah, just something different. Yeah, I just was at that age, apparently. That
You're familiar with the bucket list concept? Do you feel like those are bucket list things?
maybe, and didn't put it on, didn't put it in that concept, but it's a good point. Probably was. I mean, I didn't plan it that way, but the opportunity came along. And
Do you think everyone should skydive in their life?
oh, probably not for everyone, but it was satisfying. I enjoyed it. Yeah, that and getting my tattoo. I have had more comments on my tattoo, both of which I did with you. I did plan to do another one, just a heart down on my wrist. I just never got to it. I don't think I need to bother now.
I feel like, obviously, I'm more heavily tattooed, and you're not a huge fan of that, but
That's true.
Did something change at some point? Because I felt like you were against tattoos, then all of a sudden you wanted to get one. So what
Well, I don't know why I all of a sudden wanted to get one, but I would prefer you not have that many, but that's your body, and you're an adult now. I mean, even your dreads are not on my list, particularly, because I couldn't, but that makes up you. That's you. That's my Elizabeth, really, and I don't expect somebody down the street to do the same. I think that's important, to stop and realize that people are different, and you shouldn't condemn one person for something somebody else might want to do, or
I think that actually is a big theme today, especially online. Everybody is shouting their opinion like theirs is the right one, and they forget that it's okay to have different opinions.
I know.
What makes you excited about life right now?
Well, I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot. I don't have any. I don't know with John's sickness. I would love to go and redo the 5 years that we first spent together, because we did so much without spending a lot of money and without going a lot of places. I mean, just joining in with others. We used to go to church on Sunday, and just being with people, which I don't think I'd done a lot of up until then. I mean, both of us were very free. He was happy, I was happy. And all of a sudden it changed. So I'm not angry or upset or mad. I'm just don't feel happy like I used to,
There's a kind of meant to be a funny quote that I saw online about it's too bad you didn't know that you were in the good old days when you were in them.
No, that is very true. Very true.
I think we killed it.
You think so?
Yeah. Thank you for doing this with me, Grammie.
Oh, you're most welcome, sweetheart. I can stand up if you'd like. I need a little help these days.
Thank you. Happy birthday. And I'm back home. I had such a nice visit with my grandmother today. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I know that was different, but I hope it inspired you in some way. My grandmother is wonderful. My whole family is wonderful. So I'm just gonna leave that here. Happy birthday, Grammie. Our family is so lucky to have you. Have a great day, everyone else, and I will see you next week. Okay, this may not make it into the video, but who's your most hellion child?
The most hellion. I better not make it in there. Hellion. The one that acted up the most?
Yeah, the most difficult.
Probably your mother.
That's what I figured.
I think you knew that.
Yes, I did. Actually, that will go in the video.